All right, let's just dive right into it. You probably think of the internet as this, ethereal, wireless cloud that just magically floats all around us. But the reality? It's actually incredibly tangible. It's highly vulnerable, and get this, it is completely submerged. Literally over 99% of all international data traffic travels through physical cables just sitting at the bottom of the ocean. So in this explainer, we're going to take a really close look at how this massive, invisible global network actually gets repaired deep underwater by a crew of completely unsung heroes. So here's a question that honestly affects every single one of us. What actually happens when one of those deep-sea internet lines break? Because, oh yeah, they absolutely do break. I mean, the ocean floor is a completely chaotic environment. You've got massive commercial fishing trawlers dragging their anchors across the seabed, underwater earthquakes causing sudden landslides, heck, even the occasional shark mistaking the cable's electromagnetic field for a quick snack. Seriously, damage is just a constant threat. And when a sever does happen, the internet in entire regions can suddenly slow down to an absolute crawl. Or in the worst-case scenario, it just completely stops. To put that into perspective, on a micro level, a broken underwater cable is what ruins your gaming session, right? It drops your video call, or it completely buffers out your movie night. But when you zoom out to the macro level, the reality is way more intense. Prolonged digital outages are a massive threat to the global network. A single severed cable can cause severe data bottlenecking, force all this internet traffic into these wildly inefficient routing failovers, and literally halt billions of dollars in international financial transactions. Our entire modern economy is essentially hanging by these literal lifelines resting in the ocean mud. Which brings us to the first main part of this explainer, the super repair ships. Now, we are not talking about your average cargo boats just hauling containers across the waves here. These are highly specialized maritime vessels that act as the true surgeons of the global subsea network. And what makes them so mind-blowing is the technology they're packing. They use these advanced dynamic positioning systems, which basically means they have these multi-directional thrusters that let them hover perfectly still in the open ocean. Like they can hold their exact position directly over a fault line miles down, even if there's a raging storm up on the surface. When a line gets cut, these ships are the ultimate emergency responders, deployed to save our global connectivity. Okay, so how do they actually reach a cable sitting thousands of feet underwater? Well, they rely on this massive, heavy-duty tool called a grapnel hook. Honestly, finding a severed cable in the pitch-black oceanic abyss is exactly like finding a needle in a giant, totally dark haystack. So they plunge this grapnel hook over the side of the ship and carefully drag it along the ocean floor until it snags the broken internet cable. And once it catches, these absolutely enormous mechanical winches physically pull the severed ends up through miles of crushing water pressure all the way to the deck of the ship. All right, let's move into the really crazy part. Deep sea network surgery. So here is how this actually goes down. Once the heavy lifting is out of the way, the whole vibe of the operation completely flips from this rugged maritime labor into exacting, precise science. First, the grapnel hook hauls the broken ends onto a wet, rough, salty deck. But those interior wires, they are incredibly vulnerable. So step 2, they immediately rush those severed ends from the harsh elements into a hyper-sterile environment right there on the ship. Step 3, technicians use perfectly applied heat to fuse the delicate glass fibers back together. And finally, step 4, that freshly sealed cable is gently lowered right back into the dark tranquility of the seafloor. I absolutely love how people in the industry describe this. They say it's like trying to glue tiny glass hairs back together using heat. It just perfectly captures the wild contrast between this massive, unforgiving ocean and the incredibly microscopic precision these experts need to have. I mean, these optical fibers are literally as thin as a human hair. They're so fragile. Repairing them isn't about brute force. It's a meticulous surgery. If you're off by even a single millimeter, the whole data stream fails. No pressure, right? And because they're dealing with raw, exposed optical fibers, these techs actually have to work inside a super clean room on board the ship. Just picture the physics of this for a second. You have people trying to perfectly align microscopic glass strands while floating on a swaying, pitching boat in the middle of the ocean. And the sterile environment, absolutely crucial. Just one microscopic speck of dust or a tiny hint of sea salt getting into that splice will completely ruin the connection and corrupt the data. It requires extreme precision to get the world's data flowing flawlessly again. Which leads us to the final piece of the puzzle, restoring global connectivity. It is a total race against time. The clock starts ticking the literal second the damage happens, and warning alarms start blaring at network operations centers across the globe. Every single hour counts. The ship gets to the site, the grapple hook goes down to retrieve the segments from the dark, and then the tension really peaks. The technicians have to perform their splicing magic in that clean room, totally against the clock. And then finally, the crew meticulously lowers the line back down, culminating in that beautiful final stage where global service is seamlessly restored.
The sheer scale of what this work accomplishes, I mean, it really can't be overstated. By quickly repairing these submerged cables, these crews are literally preventing massive digital outages that could completely cripple international trade. They're the true frontline defenders, keeping the global network functioning. And on a personal level, their grueling work out there in the most remote parts of the ocean is exactly what lets you get right back to your favorite games without missing a beat.
It kind of completely changes how you view your internet connection, doesn't it? Our whole modern, hyper-connected world is actually incredibly fragile. It's suspended by literal threads of glass, hidden down in the darkest depths of the sea. So, the next time your game loads up perfectly or your movie streams without buffering, maybe take a second to think about the incredible underwater efforts keeping you online right now. Will you think of those invisible maritime surgeons working deep beneath the waves? Well, thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer, and remember to always keep questioning the incredible hidden infrastructure that powers our daily lives.